GHQ acknowledges receipt of your summary report for action off of Mauritania dated July 3rd. Congratulations are extended to the officers, crews, and pilots of Strike Group Molniya for the disciplined execution of disruption of enemy maritime activity. Our intelligence reports that your operations are resulting in the redirection of important NATO assets from both the Atlantic and Pacific theaters. Your report detailing ammunition expenditure, fuel state, and material readiness has been reviewed. GHQ concurs with your assessment that continued offensive operations cannot be sustained without immediate replenishment. Prior to your departure from Northern Fleet waters, authorization was granted for the covert sailing of 3 merchant ships, carrying fuel, provisions, aviation stores, and missile reloads, along with repair teams. These vessels have remained under commercial cover since departure. Reconnaissance ship Emmett has been tasked to coordinate rendezvous procedures and timings. Further operational guidance will be transmitted following confirmation of successful resupply. Comrades, I must congratulate all ships, crews, and pilots of our force on a memorable operation against the enemy at Mauritania. We are becoming a deadly thorn in the side of NATO forces. The action off Port Louis has greatly reduced the ammunition and fuel supplies though. Additionally, Petropavlovsk has been slightly damaged and needs repairs. We must now head south to rendezvous with our comrades in the merchant navy for resupply. I have selected a remote anchorage in the Kory Islands, where 3 of our disguised merchant vessels will meet us with fuel, provisions, and aviation stores, along with vital missile reloads. Intercepted communications indicate that the enemy is aware of our intentions. We now know that South Africa has joined forces with NATO, and we may encounter their diesel-electric submarines. Our reconnaissance ship Emmett will also rendezvous with us. They have just reported that they have picked up VHF signals off to the east. This is most likely the pair of escorts that was detached from USS Enterprise's strike group. They have been shadowing us now for some time. For now though, our task is simple. We will reach the anchorage and sanitize the area, and then begin resupplying before we proceed north to hunt the enemy once again. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Today we are continuing the Strike Group Molniya campaign, the brand new persistent campaign that was just released for Sea Power. We are currently looking at our flagship, Petropavlovsk, which has sustained some damage. We also have expended some of our stores. We are about to replenish some of those depleted stores by rendezvousing with the resupply force near the XIII Islands. But first, we need to dispatch of some South African submarines that are operating in the area. It does also appear that there are some NATO frigates operating in the area. They have been shadowing us for some days now, and they are probably going to strike relatively soon, seeing as, well, we are kind of in a tough spot with all these submarines around. Additionally, Petropavlovsk is limited to a speed of 15 knots due to some flooding she sustained in a previous engagement. If we look at damage control, we have flooding kind of all throughout the ship. Slight flooding, but flooding nonetheless. We are currently just crawling at a speed of 6.4 knots. We have our VDS sonar deployed, and we are just listening passively for the time being. Now, we have 2 helicopters already airborne, and they are heading out to start dropping patterns, looking for these submarines operating in the area. The mission brief did say there was one to the east and to the west of our position, maybe another one somewhere down here. We have some other assets under our command. One of these is an intelligence gathering ship here, Emmett. This little ship actually just reported to us that there is NATO radio traffic to the far east of our position, so they may attempt to do something today. This little AGI vessel is just going to keep sailing at 2.2 knots here. We are going to have them flip on their surface search radar. Why the heck not? Additionally, some of our ships do have navigation radars, not Ognavoy. And yeah, navigation radar. Go ahead and flip that on. Nothing too suspicious. Individual setup, navigation radars, go ahead and turn those on for the time being. Looks like our helos are now in the process of dropping sonobuoys all in the area. Hopefully we'll pick up more than a whale here soon. Now, in order to cover ground, we are going to sprint and drift. We can only make turns for really 15 knots with Petropavlovsk. However, Ognovoy should be able to be a little faster, and she is pretty good when it comes to ASW, thanks to that towed VDS sonar. We are going to split her out of the formation. So disband the formation and just increase speed to full for a little bit, and sprint ahead of the rest of the task force. We have prepped all of our yaks as well. We do have another helo here, a Ka-25 TS. I'm going to go ahead and launch that. I believe the TS has a pretty good radar, so we can use it to kind of scout out to the east and see what's going on over there. We can pick up any NATO warships. Most of our yaks are getting prepped for air-to-air, just in case anything appears out of the sudden, and then we have 2 yaks getting prepped for a strike precision, just in case we need to do that. Rather have them ready to go at a moment's notice and not need them than need them and not have them ready. Ognovoy, let's just keep heading towards the Molniya support group for the time being. Petropavlovsk and company are continuing to head this way. Radio message. Petropavlovsk, this is Ampermeter. We have sighted a periscope sending position to you now. Please assist. Acknowledge. Unknown signal right here. Periscope. Okay, mark it. Mark this position. And I'm going to continue with this pattern, and then I'm going to send our helo over here. Unfortunately, our helos are just carrying sonobuoys here. They are not carrying torpedoes. Ognovoy will prosecute this target. We do have Silex rocket-assisted torpedoes. However, they are not in range, and it's going to be a while before Petropavlovsk can get in range due to her damage. The Molniya support group here is operating right near the Korzay Islands, and they are not moving at all. They are currently stationary, which I think is fine. I see really no reason to move them at this point in time. I am going to, yeah, they'll keep their radars off. It does look like they are armed though, so that's kind of nice. Okay, and we have positively identified this contact as a whale. Okay, classic. Okay, no need to drop that sonobuoy there then. Go ahead and turn and keep dropping just a wide net for the time being. Ognovoy, it looks like the coast is clear. Increase speed to full. Petropavlovsk, let's go ahead and slow down to 1/3. The VDS sonar is still deployed. Where's the thermal layer? Thermal layer is at 327 feet here, and we currently have our VDS sonar deployed below the layer, so that is fine. That's fine. No need to switch that up. We do have our helo here, Draken 1, heading out. Let's see. Are you going to find anything? Flip on your surface search. A whole lot of nothing. Okay, turn it off. Keep heading out this way. We'll climb. You know what? Might as well climb now. Climb up to 6,000 feet. Try to conserve some fuel. Range on this helo is pretty darn good though. I would like to find whatever the heck is out here far to the east and just blast it right off the bat with Varyag here and her Sepal anti-ship missiles. We have not used really any of these missiles. We have expended 2 of them, and we still have 8 in the tubes and then 6 in reserve. So I might as well get rid of some of these now before we rearm. We have picked up 2 new sound contacts near Ognovoy. Let's slow down. I'll head 1/3. We're going to automatically deploy that VDS. Let's see. Draken 1 is just flying through all of these clouds. Can we get above the cloud layer? I don't know where the clouds stop here. Regardless, I don't know if I'd want to be in a helicopter flying blind. Can we get up here? 5,000 feet. Okay, you know what? We'll get back down to 3,000. Flip on your radar, though. Got anything? Negative, nothing. Okay. There may not be anything out there. Anyway, let's prosecute these two contacts here. We have a sound contact here that's up at 40 some odd feet. It very well may be a whale if it is that shallow. Then we have another contact at 22 feet. That is definitely a whale. Honestly, we might be able to see it here soon. Okay, not too worried about any of these contacts just yet. The only submarine we know of is something right about here. I'm going to have our little AGI change course. Let's start heading east. Okay, we have a small development here way off to the east. A sea sprite has been detected. He is flying at 998 feet. Draken 1. Keep heading this way. Surface search on. Nothing. Okay, secure it. Let's say they have just taken off. How far? Okay, they are out of range to utilize their harpoons. We should be in range for our Sepal anti-ship missiles. Oh yeah. Well within a range. The problem is I don't know exactly where they are, and we aren't going to fire at something if we don't know exactly where they are. Not because I'm concerned about what I hit. I'm mostly concerned about just wasting our anti-ship missiles. These things are precious. Now, Variag can reload her Sepals, of course, with the resupply force down here, but with the internal reloads in between missions. We have 8 in the tubes, which we can utilize this mission, and then they are reloaded in between missions, which is pretty nifty. So I've been pretty cautious about conserving our good anti-ship missiles and not wasting them, and it looks like that may pay off here relatively soon. Our helo has positively identified this hostile submarine right here. We got his location down. He's at 100 feet going 3 knots. South African. Do we know the class? Info. We do not know the class yet. We just know it's a baddie. Ognavoy is going to continue to close on in. I would like to properly ID this thing. Let's get close to it and use our dipping sonar. We can also flip on our surface search radar just in case they decide to pop a periscope up or something. And it looks like they are trying to head towards the Molniya support group, which we cannot have that. Okay. Go ahead and drop down to 20 feet. Dipping sonar. Deploy it. Is there even a layer here? I doubt it. Deploy the dipping sonar. Okay, dipping sonar is deployed. We have this guy. We know exactly where he is. He is really darn close. 0.06 nautical miles out. They are going to sail pretty much directly underneath our helo. Well, we will work on trying to classify this guy. Ognavoy is going to close in and hopefully engage with RBUs. We have positively identified this hostile sub. It is an akkuRa. Let's see, unit reference here. Let's take a look at this thing. It has E-15 torpedoes, anti-surface, max velocity is only 25 knots. We can outrun these. And maximum range is 8 nautical miles. Okay, I need an 8 nautical mile ring around this fella. Not exact though. Let's see, 8 nautical miles. We're at about there. We are going to drop a handful of sono boys right on top of him and around him so we can continue to monitor the sub as Ognavoy closes in. And we are also going to continue our search down to the south, make sure nothing else is closing in on our support group. More helo action over here. The Sea Sprite's still hanging out. Let's flip on. Oh, surface search. There we go. 2 contacts. Pretty darn close, huh? Okay. Let's see. How far are they? Well over 100 nautical miles. They are cutting it a little close. Harpoon range is 85. I don't like how close that is. Let's push it out further though. Secure that. Keep flying off in this direction, see if anything else is out here. I could try to strike these guys with aircraft. They are moving fast, 26 knots. I just don't want to use all of my missiles against frigates if there is something even scarier out there. Which certainly could be the case. Draken 1's going to keep heading on out. I may have you also drop down to 200 feet. We'll pop up, use our radar, and then head back down to the deck just to kind of make sure we don't get blasted out of the sky here. Okay, Ognavoy, continuing to close in on target. It's time to drift. And the strike group is maintaining a speed of 15 knots. Let's slow down to 1/3 speed and just listen for a little bit. Our helo is down here. We haven't picked anything up, and uh-oh, new sound contact. Changing depth rapidly, moving 14 knots. Okay. Let's monitor that. It could be another whale. Lots of whales hanging out down here to make our job a little more complicated. What's this guy's course? 278. I'm going to have this helo drop a handful more in his path and just kind of monitor that, and then we'll search down to the south of the islands. If I were a submarine, I'd be hanging out in these deep waters trying to get a shot in on the support group, so that's my thought anyway. Ognavoy has been here just listening, hanging out. We have not found anything. We've positively identified this as another whale. Hello. Look at that. Very cool. Okay, well, let's get on the move. And we are going to continue to close in on this submarine, which is hanging out down here. We are going to order our helicopters. Let's just search around the islands here and down south. We just got a brand new radio message from our AGI vessel. Our monitoring station at Socotra has passed warning of American fast attack submarine approaching our anchorage from the southeast. We have passed you the approximate search area. Okay. Good thing one of our helos is already kind of over here. Fuel is becoming a problem. I'm going to have this helo kind of cover the west over here, mostly because on the briefing it said there was a submarine also over here and we have not found anything. I would like to try to establish contact on that. We are going to start working our way back up and heading home to refuel and rearm. This helo, it looks like she has a bit more range. But yeah, let's keep dropping here and we are going to begin a search pattern. In kind of a zigzag pattern here. I want to do it in a way that's going to conserve fuel here and hopefully work our way back up. Something like this. Our helicopter is continuing to fly to the east. Let's climb up to 1,000 feet. See if we can find these guys real fast. Flip on radar. There we go, got them. Still just 2 contacts out here. Right here. I don't want to get too high up. Really get blasted out of the sky. So let's drop. Secure it. Drop back down. Oh, what's that? Okay, helicopter. Mark these 2 positions right here. Mark. Mark. Varyag. You in range? Oh yeah. We are well within range. And we have identified that. How far are these guys? 80. They are yeah, just over, barely over 100 nautical miles out. I think they're moving in fast too. 2 contacts moving 26 knots. Do I really need to VID these guys? I really don't think so. A hostile helo took off from them. I'm making the executive decision. These guys are hostile. I want our helo. Let's keep flying off this way. Make sure there's nothing else before we fire. Just want to make sure I am using my missiles on a worthy target and not wasting them. Okay. Kometa 1 heading away. Good. Moving your way up. Kometa 2 beginning your search down here. Hopefully we should be able to find an American sub with that, an SSN. These diesel electrics are very, very quiet. So it's lucky we found this guy's periscope. This other one out here, if they are even out there, is going to be a trickier fish to find. We got something. Sound contact in the American submarine search area. Moving 15 knots. It's heading away, though. 15 knots moving away. We will continue to track this guy. Chances are, a lot of these whales are moving pretty darn fast at 15 knots, so I'm thinking it's a whale. Okay. Drakon 1. Can you turn on your surface search? Okay, we got them both. Secure it. Still moving 26 knots. We will get to this position here. And if we don't see anything else further to the east, we will launch our anti-ship missiles. Sound contact. Hello. 5 knots. That could be a diesel electric sub at a depth of 449 feet. This may be our second submarine. Info. We'll continue to track it. We're listening in. And let's check on Ognavoy. Slow down. All ahead 1/3. Slow up. We've been sprinting and drifting. In the meantime, I'm really just trying to cover distance with Ognavoy. The bulk of our task force can't move fast. I'd rather have these ships near Petropavlovsk because she can put up good air defense. Petropavlovsk also has these standoff Silexes, so we can engage at range. The problem is we can't go faster than 15 knots. So if a torpedo is fired at us, we cannot run away. We are just going to have to eat it, really, which is not a situation I want Petropavlovsk to be in. Okay, this contact down here was a whale, so not really much of a threat. Still no sign of the American submarine. This whale is just hanging out near the beach, having fun there. Okay. And then we still have our hostile submarine, which we can still hear. Ognavoy is closing in as fast as she can. Our helicopter is pretty much in position. Let's climb up real fast. Climb up to 1,000 feet. Hopefully you're not in standard missile range. That could be bad. Varyag. Radar's on. Get everything on. And moving. Okay, ESM contact, got it. We are at altitude, surface search on. 2 contacts right here. Okay, drop down. Drop back down. Can you maintain contact with them? Yeah, I think you can. Good. How far away are you? 34 nautical miles. Okay, we lost contact there. All right, pop up to 500. Got him. Hostile. Hostile. Varyag. Salvo. All of them. 4 and 4. 4 at 1. 4 at the lead one. Okay, first salvo is away. Let's fire another salvo at the second contact there. I'm not sure if we can send all of them at one time. It may just be 4 and 4. Missiles are outbound though, going for the lead ship. Missiles are dropping down and heading towards the 2 targets. Connection lost. That's fine. Let's see. Let's climb up. Keep tabs on all this. Heading towards the targets. Hopefully they find something here soon. Okay, we are picking up the helo. One of the American warships is turning. Are they in harpoon range? They may be turning to fire off harpoons. No, they shouldn't be in range. They're probably turning to engage these then. Not seeing anything out there. No radar echoes. Hostile helicopter. Okay, 4 may have been overkill. Hard to tell. Range to target is 25 nautical miles. Both ships have turned to unmask and our anti-ship missile is dropping down. Okay. There we go, interceptor. They just tried. All 4 are still heading towards the target's general area. Ships are wiggling around a little bit. Come on. No sight of anything just yet. Let's quickly check on the sub thing. We found the sub. Okay, investigate that. We found the American SSN. Missiles are still closing. Sea skimming at 65 feet. Trying to pick up anything here. 780 knots. Gunfire. It's coming in. Wow, they actually managed to intercept one of them with a RIM 67. Okay. They didn't intercept it with gunfire. I thought they did there for a second. Missile is on target. Heading towards what appears to be a Nox. More interceptors coming up. I think we got them. Impact. Any other hits? Okay. Looks like only 1 missile still heading towards the target. More interceptors heading our way. So 2 hits on the target. She is burning. Massive hole blasted. Just underneath the bridge. Second missile. Impact. That is a kill. That is one warship dealt with. The next volley of Sepal anti-ship missiles is already inbound. Missiles are starting to close in on the second vessel out there. It looks like she is firing surface-to-air missiles towards our anti-ship missiles. Let's see how lucky they get. I mean, 2 of them got through during the last attack. I'll take that, frankly. Looks like the interceptors are exploding high. I do not know what's going on up there. I did order our helo to climb up and see if we can pick anything else up out here to the east. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just these 2 guys. One Nox and then one whatever the heck else is out here. I can't even see it. It's so foggy. And that lightning has just started out there. That's pretty cool. One of our anti-ship missiles was intercepted. However, 3 more are closing in. For some reason, it doesn't look like her gun is actually engaging. 1 missile has been jammed. This one's coming in. Yeah, I think we got her. That's going to be a hit. There we go. Direct hit. Target is destroyed. That is 2 more NATO warships going down to the bottom. We still have another missile that's just flying above. It went for the chaff. And then this guy is going to find its way home as well. Another hit amidships just for good measure. Okay. That is that, really, isn't it? The other missile exploded back here, didn't it? That's a little concerning. Not picking anything else up, though. And that is all of our anti-ship missiles expended. Let's hope we didn't need them for something else this mission. That would not be good. This guy can go ahead and RTB. Good work. Now back to the submarine situation. We have found the American submarine here operating at a speed of 5 knots. Let's just mark this position here. There we go. That is an American sub. I think our best bet with dealing with the American submarine is using the Silex rocket-assisted torpedoes. We have nothing else out here. Cometa 1. I'll order you. Yeah, keep searching, I suppose. Just drop some more here in these deep waters before heading back on home. But the Silex has a pretty good range. This guy's almost in range. I kind of want to try to engage this guy with RBUs, though. It's going to be a while before the American SSN is in range. To get close enough to engage the submerged contact with RBUs, we are just going to have to crawl nice and easy. It does look like the weather's starting to get poor, so that is going to help us sneak up on this guy. Our helo off of Petropavlovsk has now landed and is currently undergoing servicing. It is going to take 30 minutes for that to be done. Down here, we are still tracking the sub, trying to sneak up on it. Ognavoy is almost in RBU range. We are also in Set 65 torpedo range, but I'd rather use the RBUs. We are now in RBU range. I'm going to order our helo to RTB. Thank you, you've done your job. Ognavoy, RBUs, engage that sub. All right, opening fire. Nice. Good stuff. Okay, engage with the second one as well. Port side, open fire. Okay, first salvo managed to get hits and sent that thing down to the bottom. A second salvo is closing in on them now as well, which is kind of grim. There we go. Explosions all around. They are sinking. Fantastic. We have identified another whale. We have an American SSN down here. I really do not want Ognavoy to head down and engage the American submarine. I don't think we are going to stand much of a chance. That's really a job for the Silex. That, though, is Ognavoy's second kill of the campaign. She destroyed a small missile boat with her Styx anti-ship missiles, and then a submarine. She is doing quite well for herself. Second helicopter is heading back to Zenmaya Aktiabra to rearm and refuel. While I'm thinking about it, I am going to move the Molniya support group out of the way. We're going to have them hide on the other side of the island from where that submarine is. It does seem like she is kind of just patrolling down here. But we should be able to engage here momentarily. Petropavlovsk is almost in range. Only a handful of nautical miles to go. We can actually increase speed all ahead standard here. We are also going to start banging away on active. Since our helicopters aren't up, I just want to make sure nothing can get even close to Strike Group Molniya. And with active sonar, we will definitely pick something up if they get close enough. I'm quickly just looking at the loadouts for this Ka-25 ASW depth bombs. Okay, some of these loadouts are pretty cool. An AT-1 torpedo. The problem is I can't carry both sonobuoys and bombs or torpedoes. I think I'm just going to go ASW Hunter then. Prep time, 15 minutes. How long does the other helo have to be serviced on Zenmaya Aktiabra? 19 minutes ago. And I don't know if she can have that loadout, that ASW killer loadout. Yeah, we'll just go ASW Hunter with all those, with 25 of the RGB and M-1s. Okay, call sign compass, ready them. It's going to take 14 minutes to ready that helo. At long last, our helicopter is ready for action. It is going to take off here momentarily. Compass 1 is airborne and is heading straight towards the last known location of the American SSN. We just got an active return. Small. Varyag. Stop it. Secure active sonar. RBUs are not in range and is heading straight for the support group. Change course. Change course. Varyag. All ahead flank. Formation. Leave the formation. Leave formation. Petropavlovsk. One Silex right on top of that active return. Varyag, go active. Go active. Find them. Find them. Find them. Silex outbound. Heading towards this contact. Okay. This is not good. How far are they from the merchants? Very, very close. Turn around. All ahead flank. Turn around. Get out of there. Varyag closing in. All ahead flank, head straight towards that target. Charge it down. One Silex heading straight for it. Petropavlovsk. Fire. We'll wait till we get another return. Oh gosh, merchant ships are breaking. This guy was operating nice and close to the coast. You love to see that. Fingers crossed this submarine did not launch torpedoes. Noisemakers are being deployed. Torpedo is in the water, heading towards this target. Compass 1 is about to start dropping sonobuoys near the American sub. Do I need to fire another one? Varyag, continue to charge. Closing in. RBUs almost in range. Get ready to prosecute with RBUs. Torpedo is running towards the target though. New passive contact. Where? Okay. It's just noisemakers. I don't think they were in position to fire. They are about to eat a lightweight torpedo. Okay, was not expecting this guy to be so close to the island. Direct impact. Right underneath the sail, and she is sinking. Good stuff. Okay, phew. I'm glad I saw that active return. Are we gonna start dropping these things, please? Find this SSN. Did we get him? Noise here. Going 5 knots, heading away. Yep, that's him. Drop right on top of him. Are Silex in range? Almost. You know what? We could probably fire and get away with it. We are going to continue to close just a little bit. Well, that was scary. There may still be torpedoes in the water. All ahead flank on all of our merchant ships. We have another submarine sound contact over here going, it's at 300 feet. This guy's only at 95 feet right here. That compass one is right over. This may be another hostile sub. Ognivoy, let's start, I'll head 2/3, start closing in on this fella. If that, another American submarine. 2 of them here. I would not be surprised. Let's mark this guy's position. Compass 1 is going to figure out where exactly this sub is. How many? We have 4 Silex available. Salvo of 2 on him once we know exactly where he's at. Come on. Whale. Another whale. I mean, this guy could just be a whale as well. Okay, another one has been dropped. Hello? We got him? Yeah, there we go. We got him. Silex. Almost in range. I mean, it's pretty darn perfect, isn't it? The problem is it has a long run. Long run. Okay, engage with one. One Silex away, heading towards the skipjack. Let's go ahead and fire another one while we are at it. Engage with a second one. There we go. 2 away. Have fun with that. Now, what I am thinking here, let's go to our roll-on, roll-off ship. We have another ASW Hunter ready. Let's abort that. And let's rearm it. ASW Killer, ready that. How long is that going to take? 30 minutes. Oof, 30 minutes. Okay, well, why not? Go ahead and do that. We are going to send this helo, this Ka-25, over here, and let's see what's going on here. Torpedoes are now in the water, heading towards the skipjack. Looks like one's going for a noisemaker. The other's still honed in on the target. Our ASW helo is heading up to the north to investigate up there, while our torpedoes hopefully find the target. We've dropped 2 torpedoes in the water. They've dropped a whole bunch of noisemakers. It looks like they may get away. Ognivoy is closing in. Let's make sure she is not using her active sonar. She is not. Okay. Our helo is searching up here, and let's check. Is our ASW killer ready? 21 minutes to go. And yeah, our torpedoes are just spinning around. No luck at all. I could fire more. You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Just fire one more. Might as well, right? If we are going to launch that helo. There we go. Go ahead and engage. No, not with a set 65. Sorry. Engage. Silex. And away it goes. We now have 3 torpedoes in the mix. One of our torpedoes just ran off and is probably out of fuel. This one seems to be honed in on the skipjack, perhaps? Both of them, maybe? Come on, find this guy. There he is. Oh my gosh. Nope. Looks like this one's our only hope. It is closing in towards the target. We have this submarine potentially up here. It's at 342 feet. That target speed is not fluctuating, so it makes me think it is in fact a submarine just laying low. Impact on the skipjack, and I was hoping to get a cinematic shot, but there we go. Mission accomplished. Victory. All enemy opposition in the area has been eliminated, allowing our force to prep for resupply before continuing further offensive operations in the north. Good work, Commander. All ships will be refueled, resupplied, and rearmed. All air wing units have been restored to full capacity with spare parts and new aircraft. All crews have gained a proficiency level. Veterans. Very good stuff. Okay. Well, that skipjack is destroyed, and I'm guessing, yep, this guy is just a whale. Here, decisive victory. All enemy assets were destroyed. One skipjack out here. We destroyed a Nox and then USS King, and we did not lose any assets this time, thankfully. Good stuff. ASW is a lot of fun, especially when the weather is kind of bad and you can just sneak up on your prey and use RBUs. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.